To those people who believe, excuse me, to those people who think saying, little remarks that will like come up as I go throughout my days to be thought about, you're weak as fuck. The little, gang stalking shit that y'all call yourselves doing, like water under a bridge, you hear the water, you're a fucking lame. You're lame. I'm a very likable person. So, like, the shit y'all write on on the walls in my neighborhood to get my attention, y'all are so angry that I'm so self-absorbed that y'all can't get my attention, because the things y'all talk about, I don't have enough oxygen to talk about. I don't have enough time to really address. Even me making this video right now, my body could shut down. I don't speak unnecessarily. Hold on a second. Let me make that clear. I don't speak unnecessarily. I don't have time to be addressing all these rumors. I don't have time to be addressing the people who lied about my character, my personality, or who I am. When y'all already know who I am. So it's like, all of y'all, whoever who has come together to lie about who I am and tarnish my image, my personality, you're not hurting anyone but yourself. I have been very upstanding, honest, loving to all people that have been in my life, my old friends, my family, exes that I've been in relationships with. So you gotta understand, you gotta get and really get it, that when you go out of your way to hurt me or say something about me that's mean, or for no particular reason, to join the hate train about me, you guys really need to look inside yourselves, like, really deeply. I'm not in denial about anything. I'm not in denial about losing friends, foes. I'm not in denial about losing relationships with family members. I'm not in denial about any of that. What I do know, though, is that you will keep my children out of the middle of this fuck shit. Okay? My children are innocent bystanders. Y'all hate runs so deep from me because I decided to cut a lot of people off. And it's not even me cutting y'all off. It's not even me cutting y'all off. It's me taking time to take care of myself. Is what I tried to do. And in turn, those of you who have experienced your name being tarnished, slander, for taking care of yourself, for trying to love on yourself, for trying to find out exactly what you want to be, where you're supposed to be in your life. Excuse me. When you're trying to find yourself and figure out where you want to be in your life, and you take a step back, even from yourself, you take a step back. You take a step back to look in the mirror. When people try to tarnish you based on that, behind that, remember, those people benefited off of the person that you used to be. If you were broken, if you were in hateful relationships, abusive relationships, If you constantly took someone back who hurt you numerous times, they benefited from that. They benefited from you being sick. They benefited from you being high and not being able to make decisions. People benefit from that. And those people who, choose and decide to slander you, and because this is exactly what happened to me. When people choose to slander you and, get on a hate train with a bunch of people to lie and to hurt you, it's because it benefited them at one point, that you were hurt, that you were down and out. It doesn't benefit them that you're trying to get yourself together. It doesn't benefit them that you have a clear mind. It doesn't benefit them when you don't have to call them to jumpstart your car. It doesn't benefit their ego. It doesn't benefit their own insecurities when they don't hear that story, that storyline, or that news that you need help or that you're struggling. When that stops flowing in, that's when the hate starts to come. And I really hate the word hate. I don't like using that word. But at some point, we have to be realistic with ourselves and say, what else could it be? So this is my message. And again, I don't really do this just for attention or clout or anything of that sort. I do this so that I can also reflect back on it. When I started my healing journey back in 2017 is when all of this, pretty much started. So when I decided to start taking care of myself better, not that I wasn't already taking care of myself, but when I started to put healthy boundaries up with people, I lost friends, I lost family members, connections, important connections to me, thinking that they were more than what they were, so that's just, why I'm more here. Excuse my hair. It's a little rough, it's hot, but that's the point of my video. Do not feel bad, because I had to go through this also. I didn't know that this would come with my journey of, feeling bad for people try to make you feel bad, or has tried to make me feel bad for taking care of myself or putting boundaries up that need to be put up. This has been one of the hardest, most difficult times of my life, especially with my children not being with me. Healing and forgiving people and, changing lifestyle habits and stuff like that is hard alone. On top of me fighting the case for my children, it's like 10 times the, salt on the wound. So I just ask you guys to, keep me in prayer. And those of you who, have experienced, change of behavior from people because you started to, take time for yourself, not even necessarily cutting anyone off or not dealing with anyone, just understanding that you want to better yourself. If you've experienced that, then understand that you're not alone. And like one example for me, I don't smoke marijuana. I haven't smoked marijuana. One of my reasons is because I had a case with my children, and it was necessary for me to, to not, smoke. All right. So, and that's what I had to do. And, if you have just that friend that you match up with, and that's all that's there, then you lose that type of friendship, So If it's genuine, it's genuine. People are going to be around regardless of what you're going through. But I learned throughout this very tough experience that I'm going through right now with a lot of changes in my life that I didn't have the friends that I thought I had. I didn't have the support that I thought I had. I didn't have the family support that I thought I had. So, I mean, it's always been me falling back on me. But I've always been there a lot of times for other people to fall back on. So it's a little, um, triggering and heartbreaking for, to see that, people don't have your back like you have theirs. And, tough times. And I'm not saying, a lot of people seem to think that, like, I can hear people now, oh, well, you were going through such and such, and I just was giving you space. That's what people was, people, once, things start to wind down and stuff like that, that's what people would like to say. Oh, you were going through this, so I didn't bother you. And it's a lie. Like, I had one long-term friend, and me and her has been friends for about 10 years. And we would always, not talk to each other for about, a month, 6 months, 7 months. But then, once we contact each other, we reach out to each other. It'd be like, well, you should have called me, or I was going through this and this, that, and the third. And not really necessarily arguments. We would just, well, you should have called me, and then we'll, just hit it off how we always do. And I decided to stop doing that because I always am the one, making the effort and going the extra mile. And it's not, there aren't any hard feelings or anything like that. But, some people show you multiple times who they are, and or show you that their, your friendship isn't as needed to them as you believe that the friendship is needed for you. So, after 10 years, you get used to someone like, oh, we always do that, and you think that's a firm hold of the relationship, and it's not. So, as I said, maybe I could be wrong, I don't know, but I just, sometimes I need people to check on me, so I just, took time back to focus on myself, to get myself together, to come out of my, a lot of situations I've been in. I don't really want to get into it on this video because I've, talked about it many times before, but you will lose people on your journey of, self-discovery, changing your likes and dislikes, loving on yourself. Life does happen. Life does go on. That's not rocket science, But that's just my message. I believe that's all I wanted to say on this video. But yeah, as I said at the beginning, all of the, unnecessary things. Like, I'm a very nice person. You don't have to try to trigger me to get my attention. You don't have to, hop on the hate train to get my attention. I don't pay that type of stuff any mind. As I said, I don't have the breath, the oxygen, or the energy to constantly address the negative things that are said to me or about me or whatever. All right? So, that's my message. This your girl, Queen. I hope this helps someone as well as myself when I do watch it. I do watch my videos if you guys want to know. So I do rewatch my videos to see, if I am progressing myself on my own journey. All right, as well as trying to help others as I'm going through my journey. Life is a journey. All right. So that's my message. This your girl Guiding Queen.